Hey everyone, so no one ever talks about divorce, so I'm gonna come on here and talk about divorce because when I was going through my divorce, it was a hassle. I was under a lot of stress, people telling me this, that, and this, all the wrong information, mixed up information, not the right information, um, or they would tell me to go and talk to this person, that person, and it was just a whole circle. And it just, I was in a bad place when I was in my divorce, going through my divorce. Now, when you guys go through a divorce, you guys have to do a separation, which means you separate from each other, but you're still married. Um, my separation took 5 years. My divorce, I just got divorced a year ago. That went through. And I'm still, till this day, waiting for my divorce papers to come in the mail after a year. Now, if you have a lawyer, it's the best way to go. Please get yourself a lawyer. Um, find some way to pay for that. You will need the money for it. But if you don't have the money, you have no needs whatsoever on how to get a lawyer, you're going to have to do the self. You have to do everything by yourself. And in my state, Riverside, California, we go to the court. They have a self-help center, and it's on the second floor. They will give you a paper like this, and they have workshops. At these workshops, they show you how to fill out all of your paperwork, and it is a packet. Let me show you what the packet looks like. There it is. Instructions for filing. You have to do everything by yourself. And I tried it. I couldn't do it. I was just getting so frustrated with this. But everything that if you get a lawyer, everything that your lawyer is going to do for you, you have to do if you're going to do it by yourself. So it's just a big packet. I mean, a lot of info. You got to fill this whole thing out by yourself. And then you have to take it back to the court. Yeah, that's just, I don't know if you guys want to do it by yourself. I couldn't do it. Too much of a hassle for me. So if you have a lawyer, it's a whole different ballgame. Oh, so here's the packet. This is what it looks like. It's a big packet, about that thick, but when you're doing it, it is a lot. It's a lot of stuff. You have to do you got to calculate what you get. I mean, just a lot. It's just a lot. What you have in the bank, what you have, if you have any house, if you own a house, I mean, it's a lot. So now, if you have a lawyer, let me see if I can cover some of this stuff up. I don't know how to do this here. Okay, well, anyway, when you first start with a lawyer, there's going to be a fee in the beginning. I forget what it's called now, but it's a fee. It's a fee to hold your lawyer in place for you. And with that fee, they're going to take out every visit that you do, all the paperwork that they do, all the phone calls that you are with your lawyer. I mean, every single little thing that they do, they will take it out of your initial fee. And usually it's about $2,000 up to maybe $4,000 or $5,000. Mine cost, I think it was 3,000 something. Yeah, there it is. 3,850. And they kind of break it down. Review docs, review file, conference with the client, that was conference with me, prepare a memo to file, review email from the opposing party, conference with the client, and prepare STD, whatever, SDT, whatever that stands for. And those are the hours. Every hour, 2 hours equaled to $450. Okay? Or I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. 2 hours at $450. So there's my initial fee. Taking all of those hours out at $450. My remaining, or actually, there's 900. All those hours added with 450 came out to $900, and that left me at $2,950. Okay, so that was 1 month. This is all 1 month. Now, the second month, $290. Okay, so again, there was my balance, remaining balance, $299.50. Next month, which was May, I needed, they did a review for the opposing party, and then I don't know if that was a letter to me or a letter to him, which they prepared. So those are my hours, my total hours at 450. That was $225, which left me $2,725. Then the month after, I believe, yeah, the month after, there's my remaining. There's what I needed for the next month. Review docs, a letter to client, and prepare ex parte RFOs. So I got an hour and 30 minutes at 450. There's that, which added up to $585. Yes, it's not cheap, you guys. And I was left with $2,140 for that month. So yeah, it's not cheap, but it's so worth it because they do everything for you. All you have to do is give them whatever you need to do, whatever they're asking for, you give them, and they prepare everything. And when you do get divorce, oh, before I say that, when you get a lawyer, before you get a lawyer, when you're out there looking for a lawyer, make sure you are interviewing multiple lawyers. Don't just go with the first one because you're just upset and you're crying. And I mean, I know it's hard and I know you need to do that, but you need to calm down and you need to find a lawyer, find multiple lawyers and talk to them. Ask them what they think and how much they cost. And when you do find one, or I'm sorry, when you do find one and you decide that that lawyer is not for you, just remember, when you give them your deposit, let's just say it was $4,000. If you give them that first initial deposit and you decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to go with the other lawyer, can I get my money back? They're going to say, sure, but you're not going to get all of it back because it happened to me. The lawyer I chose, I mean, he was perfect for everything. He was just on it. But when I asked him, how much are you charging? He said, it's going to be a lot. And I didn't like that answer. And when I had that interview with him, when I was interviewing him, he was getting a lot of calls because he was trying to fix up his house. So I'm like, you know what? No, he's going to be charging me all kinds of money left and right. He's trying to get his home done, and that's what I'm going to be paying for. So no, after that little answer that he gave me, I dropped him. And I only got half of that initial payment that I gave him. I mean, at the time, fine. I didn't care. But so now I'm trying to give advice to others. Make sure you know which one you're going with. The second lawyer that I got, I mean, we hit it off. I loved him to death. So I went with my second one. And anyway, so yeah, make sure you interview multiple lawyers before you decide which one you want to go with. Now, when you get your divorce, everything's going to stop. If you're going to try and fight for health care. If you've been married more than 10 years, you're going to fight for health care. And your spouse will probably fight for that insurance. Say you want to keep his insurance or her insurance because they make more. And they might come back with something, oh, hey, this or that. So no, I'm not going to give you the insurance. How about we trade something off? You can have your insurance if I get this. So you guys are going to fight a lot over insurance, health insurance, over a lot of stuff. So if that happens, yes, you cannot have the other spouse's insurance unless you fight for it, unless you guys exchange something for it. Cool. I was trying to fight for his insurance. It didn't go my way, which is fine. I can get my insurance from my work, which I did. And always, please, they're going to give you or send you a letter from his or her insurance, whoever has the bigger paychecks coming in. That person will give you COBRA. So please take advantage of COBRA, and that's going to be for a whole year. After that year is up, you will not be able to be on that person's insurance. What else? And if they take you off the insurance before you get divorced, you have to tell your lawyer, hey, this person took me off of their insurance, blah, blah, blah. So then your lawyer will send a letter to their lawyer or to that person if they don't have a lawyer, and they need to reinstate your insurance. Otherwise, whatever your lawyer will say goes. And that was in my case. He took me off his insurance knowing that I'm supposed to come off his insurance, but then I'm like, no. So I went to my lawyer. I told him, and he sent him a letter to reinstate me in so many days. Otherwise, I forget what it was. What else can I tell you? But yeah, if you guys are going through a divorce, just stay calm, talk to the right people. And it's going to be a very long process. I mean, him and I, my ex and I, we didn't have a home. We didn't own our own home. We didn't have any property whatsoever, not even a bank account together. And it took 5 years to get a divorce. And I got divorced a year ago, and I still haven't gotten that paper. So I have to either call the court or go over there and see what's going on. You can also go online. You can put in it's a number, I forget what it's called, but it's a number that you plug in, and you can see how your case is going. It's case number. There you go. It's a case number, and you just plug it in, and it shows you where you're at. What was I gonna say? Darn. So anyway, yeah, I hope everything goes okay for you guys. Yeah. So that is that. Just whatever you do, find yourself a good lawyer, a really good lawyer. It shouldn't be more than $4,000 or $5,000 initial fee. I forget what it's called now, but it's an initial fee when you first start with the lawyer. No more than 500, or I'm sorry, no more than 5,000. And do a background on that lawyer. See how long he's been in business. The lawyer I had was very good. This was way before COVID. And he was super nice, super sweet, always on his toes for me. If I walked in there, I didn't have to have an appointment. I didn't have to call. I just walked in. If I was so upset about something, I just go into his office and he'd take me right then and there. And he would write out a letter, type it all out, and send it off. He was like, okay, you're all done. You're good to go. I'm like, thank you, But he got cancer and he had to stop his practice. So his daughter took over, and that didn't go well. She was not good at all. Not good. But I didn't want to leave and not get, or I didn't want to leave because I was so much into, my time was already invested in that lawyer, and after that fee, of course, I didn't have that much anymore. The $2,140, it was already gone because I was in there a lot, giving them papers or whatever they asked for, phone calls, meetings. After COVID, we would do our meetings online. So yeah, that was pretty much gone when the daughter took over. So there was nothing left. So if I left that lawyer, I wouldn't get nothing back. Too much time invested, too much money invested, so I just kept her. But at least I had a lawyer, and all of my paperwork was done through her, and I got a divorce. That was like my main focus, just to get a divorce, and I didn't have to do it by myself. So yeah, get yourself a lawyer. Please don't do it by yourself. It's too much of a hassle. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys, but I hope this helps somebody out there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy all this information. I know it's a lot. It's going to be a lot more in person when you're actually going through it. Believe me, it will be if you're doing it by yourself. Even if you have a lawyer, it's going to be a lot of stuff. We didn't go through courts because we agreed on stuff. So we didn't really have to go through, what do they call it? When they have a mediator. We didn't have to go through a mediator, and we didn't have to go to court, because at the end we agreed, and that was that. So hopefully you guys can agree on a lot of things so you don't have to go through a mediator, because I've heard a lot of things, and I've Googled it. I've gotten a book on divorce, and you just have to watch your lip on what you say, do, how you react in the room with the mediator, because that mediator will, they will bring into account everything that you say and do. And if there's a child involved, it can strike you as a bad parent for that child. So if you're fighting for full custody. So I'm glad I didn't do it. I hope you guys don't have to do that either, if you guys come into an agreement. Another thing is, if you fight for 50-50, like I did, I have 50-50 with my ex, and it's kind of a hassle as well, because you have to visit with your child every other week, because it's 50-50. So every other week. It doesn't include holidays. If you guys can agree, like say it's Mother's Day, oh, you know what, is it okay if I take him or her on Mother's Day? And if he agrees, he agrees. If not, then that's it, Birthdays as well. Birthdays, holidays, whatever it is. If that birthday or holiday lands on your day, cool. If it doesn't, don't get mad, because that you decided on 50-50. Unless you guys communicate and agree, hey, it's Father's Day, can I take them? Sure. then that'll be between you and your ex. As well as on your taxes. Oh my God, taxes. If you say you want 50/50, you have to change every single year to from like if okay, so this year I'm claiming my son. Yeah, I'm claiming my son this year. Next year I have to change it at work. I have to put single and claiming 0. That's for next year. Then I have to change it again at work from single to none to single to 1, claiming 1, and so on until that child turns 18 or otherwise from the courts. So it can be a hassle too. And if you don't remember to change it at work, you're going to pay out of your butt. I've done it. I forgot to change it after, I think it was 4 or 5 months, and I had to pay taxes. It was like $400 and some dollars. So yeah, you got to remember that. So it's going to be tough. What else? I think that's it, you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, I hope this helps someone out there. All right.